Welcome to For the Love of Books, a podcast by North Lanarkshire Libraries. Hi everyone, welcome back to the North Lanarkshire Libraries podcast For the Love of Books. My name is Chris Wilson, the e-services librarian for North Lanarkshire Libraries, and I want to wish you guys a happy Bookbug week because this is our Bookbugs week special episode, and it's been put together by our children's team, Gillian and Sarah Summers, and I'll put that in for you guys to listen to now, and I hope you enjoy the rest of Bookbug Week.
Hello everyone, glad that you could come. Hello everyone, glad that you could come. I, glad that you could come. I, glad that you could come.
Hello, I'm Gillian.
And I'm Sarah.
And we are the children's team at North Lanarkshire Libraries. Welcome to our special podcast to celebrate Bookbug Week 2021. We're looking back, we're taking the time now to look back over the past year. It's been a strange one for us here in the library and to help looking after Bookbug. We've obviously had no library sessions and it's been a strange time, hasn't it, Sarah?
Oh, it has. It's been a very strange year, but we love Bookbug, so we're keen to keep it going as much as anything we can do. We've been doing over the past year.
Yeah. I think that's the thing, that was actually one of the first things when I thought about the pandemic. It was like right away we had to stop the sessions, and it was like, oh, well, that's a shame, because such a lovely, vibrant part of the library, our sessions during the week, that was quite a, this is really happening, we are stopping, we are social distancing, and we are doing that, and we've had to really change what we do and try and sort of create a new Bookbug community online.
Oh, definitely. And it was one of the first things we thought of. As soon as we knew that we had to close, we were thinking, how can we get Bookbug to the public still online? Our libraries are closed, but we were gathering up our puppets and making sure that staff had stock so that we could offer that. It was very important to us.
Yeah. I was doing sort of mad Mercy dashes around Lanarkshire with Bookbug bags so people could film Bookbug sessions before they went on furlough.
Who's got a crocodile? Who needs a spider? Gillian, let's get these out.
Quick. So that, and there's all that sort of new skills to learn as well. Obviously it's like, what books can you read online? How do you do it? Your whole technical skills, so that's been a steep learning curve.
I know how to prop your camera up and get filmed, how to not get bombed by a cat or dog.
Yeah, I did actually sort of cave in and do the whole sort of Instagrammer thing and bought a phone stand and a circle light and different things like that, just to improve the user experience.
You are fancier than me. I've been using this kind of I think it's a book stand. It's like an Eiffel Tower shaped thing and a collection of old VHS to prop it up, but it's worked okay.
There's a use for VHS, always a use for VHS. So if for anyone listening, we've been putting Bookbug sessions online weekly. We've had a few stops and starts, but we're back on. We've been doing some weekly Bookbug sessions. We pre-record them. We've done a couple of live ones as well. Again, it's just to keep that link with people who love Bookbug and love the library sessions that they come into, and keep that connection for the kids and the parents.
And it's so important. We've been trying to feature as many staff as we can because a lot of people love seeing that familiar face of their local session leader. So it's so important.
Yeah, I know. I think it's can you recreate your branch online? And it's really difficult to do that. But the more you can have the people who make your branch, because that's what your library is. It's your staff as well, as much as your stock and the events that go on there. It's the staff that run it. So it's trying to recreate that. I think it is difficult, but hopefully, by showcasing as many of the staff as possible, we have sort of, kept that link a wee bit. But we've been busy as well, still just with the whole Bookbug programme.
Oh yeah, there's been so much to do. Even though we haven't been able to run sessions in our library, the things that help, the things that you have to do to get Bookbug running in your community are vast. From getting the packs out to offering sessions, all the admin, the stats, stock.
Yeah. And obviously as well, it's like getting that delivered, because we've not been able to get them delivered direct to the schools. So we've offered a click and collect service for the Explorer bags and the Primary 1 bags. So that's been a real change for us as well.
And it's something that we're still offering now, and we're going to continue to offer until we have our delivery capacity again. So if any of your schools or nurseries are listening and you haven't yet collected your packs, please do get in touch, and we will be offering more click and collect dates again soon. Definitely before the end of the school year.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've been we've been lucky because we've got such great links with our sort of partnerships within the council and NHS. And, we were just sort of like using those links to sort of try and counteract the impact of COVID restrictions and just try and find new opportunities to work. Do you want to talk a wee bit about that?
Oh yeah, well, I mean, we've done loads of things. One thing that we've been doing is we've been offering something called Trail Tales. We collaborated with a local author, Meg McLaren, to use one of her books to set up outdoor walking trails. This was something that we wanted to create for early years venues, because we know that they can't come to our libraries at the minute in the way they would normally, and we wanted to create a resource pack that they could use freely to get outdoors, which is obviously one of the few things that we can all do at the minute still. And then also set something up at Summerlee, because we're always keen to collaborate with local venues as well. So working with the museums department was important as well, and that's just launched. That was something that we were really pleased by, and obviously over the last year things change. Before you know it, new regulations come into place, and there's things you can do and you can't do, and it's always about having a plan B, and even if something gets postponed, making sure that it gets offered as soon as you can, which is kind of what we've been doing. Gillian, do you want to tell us a little bit about your work with NHS?
Yeah, so we always work closely with NHS Health Improvement and for Lanarkshire. And so we were just helping them divert resources to where they were needed for different families throughout Lanarkshire. So that's just a case of just really, in a way it's good, and that's what Bookbug's really great about, because you know the people, you know where they are, you can pick up the phone, you can share ideas, you can share resources. So it was almost like, pick it up, the library's got some stuff, what can we do, how can we help? We have go-to people, and we were able to do that really quickly and turn that around and just, help them, because they were sort of targeting really vulnerable families. And we were able to help them make up packs and different things and get them out to families really quite early on, actually, in the first few months of the pandemic. So that was yeah. And again, it's just relationships that we've built up over the years, that really come to fruition and things like that. We're able to turn things around a bit quickly.
Because it's been so important as well, because a lot of health visitors haven't been able to gift their bags in recent times. So the library has a real role to play in making sure that parents can still access these resources, which is something that we've been doing as we've been open.
Yeah, and some of our links with community learning development as well, some of our home support workers, they've been doing some really great work, which they always do with the Explorer bags and Primary 1 bags, and using them for Primary 1 transition. And so, we're able to still stay with them, and they've been doing amazing things like doing sort of Bookbug sessions in car parks and stuff with like solo, one-to-one with parents and kids. So we've been able to help them get extra resources and extra books out to families, top up resources to schools. So it's been really, really good. And maybe what I'll do actually is I'll play a clip from Leslie Davidson, who's one of our CL&D workers. She's a home support worker, and she's going to talk about the Bookbug for the Home paired resource kits, which she was really lucky to get 5 of from Scottish Book Trust. 4 to work with families and 1 for herself. But what I'm going to do is going to play a little clip, because I was talking to her about it, about how she rolled that out and how she's worked with parents as well. Leslie, can you set the scene for us about how you got the Bookbug for Home paired resource kits and how you used them?
Okay, I was really lucky because lots of people applied for them, and only a few were going to being pulled out the hat, so to speak, to get the kits. But what had happened was I was using Bookbug in the first lockdown, which was nice this summer, the sunshine. I was able to do garden visits. Then obviously summer opened up, and we could actually go out and about. So we were singing songs and rhymes because families had all age groups of children, etc. But then the second lockdown, it was winter, and it was kids were at school and mum's mental health issues, and you just needed to do something. So these were really valuable for the 4 families that I gave them to.
Fantastic. So how did you use them online?
Okay, so that was a trial in itself, because not everybody's lucky enough to have computers and tablets and laptops. Some families receive laptops from their schools, and others just were using their phones, but we managed to set it up on WebEx. So I delivered the packs to each of the 4 families, and then we set up a set time to do it on the WebEx and using the links.
And what sort of, did the parents enjoy it? I mean, did the parents get as much out of it as the kids did?
It was so hilarious, because we were on and it was like, don't look at my house, don't look at my hair, don't look at, so from week 2 we started making the effort. So, brush the hair and put some clothes on, out of jammies. But it was great because they had the exact same equipment that I had. So the children would pick out a puppet, and then I would mirror it, and it'd be like, oh, what house are you in? I'm in Leslie's house, and then we would sing the rhyme. But we kept to Bookbug sort of rules. We started each session with Hello Song. Then I followed the songs with the actions first, so that we were a wee bit more, and I used like head, shoulders, knees and toes, eye, nose, cheeky, cheeky, chin, because they were really easy to do on the video, because they can actually watch you, so it was much easier, and the children felt confident, plus I was building up their vocabulary of body parts. Then we would pick out the puppets, and then it would be a rhyme that would go with those puppets. And then we always sang everything twice.
And what reaction did you get from the parents?
Amazing. The children wanted to jump in through the screen. It was great. Mum really interacted, especially during the stories, because they held the book open. They followed the book with while I was reading it. The touchy-feely book was brilliant, because you were doing it, and then it was like you were leaving a pause, then mum was doing it with the baby or the toddler, whatever family it was at the time. And I did it with 4 different families. One was an ESOL family, and one had a baby and a toddler, and the other one had 2 sort of 18 months sort of age. So it was a nice selection, but it made mum and the child interaction really nice.
That's great. And you've used a lot of the Explorer bags and the Primary 1 bags. Was this your first experience of using the Bookbug for Home kit?
Well, I'm trained on Bookbug for Home, so I've always done Bookbug from home. That's what I got trained in originally. But you always took your bag with you. They picked out your puppets, but these were devised because of COVID, because you couldn't have a Bookbug group. Otherwise, I would have been in the library with these families, and joining your Bookbug sessions and giving them the experience of the library and making other friends. But that wasn't possible, so it was still that way. They needed to have these resources so that they could still interact and still find this really beneficial and useful.
Another partnership recently is we've been working with the Community Learning and Development team. So we've got a new member of our Bookbug team, Katie. Now, Katie's brilliant because she can she delivers Gaelic activities, which is something that we don't have as a resource in the library, but it's so important because Bookbug packs come in Gaelic. So that was something that we were keen to offer. We had previously in our libraries, but it wasn't something that we've been able to offer in recent times. So this is a wee clip from Katie, just tell us a little bit about her experience with Bookbug.
Hi, I'm Katie and I work in community learning and development as a Gaelic tutor and coordinator. And I wanted to get involved with Bookbug as my own niece attended Gaelic Bookbug sessions before starting school through the medium of Gaelic. And I saw the impact it had on her language skills and the enjoyment she got out of it, especially listening to all the different songs sung in Gaelic, Scots and English on the CD. I also wanted to eventually be able to offer Gaelic sessions within my own community that would be aimed at Gaelic and non-Gaelic speakers alike, so that parents could feel comfortable interacting in the language with their children through song, stories and rhyme. It's also a great way for pupils of the Gaelic nurseries within North Lanarkshire to be able to hear and use their Gaelic in a different setting. And for now, I just feel it would be great for there to be a Gaelic element to North Lanarkshire's Bookbug sessions, which are being delivered online. The Bookbug training was really fun, informative and interactive, and I was really impressed with how well it worked being online. The leaders were so helpful and nice and made everyone feel at ease from the get-go. It was also great to meet with other people on the training from all over the country and to share ideas on session plans and the delivery of the sessions too. We were given lots of useful tips on how best to record an online session, and we were also offered one-on-one training sessions for any more specific questions that we had.
And Katie mentioned there about the training. She was one of the first people to do this sort of online Bookbug session leader training, which again is something new and something we're all having to get used to. Whereas we would normally, perhaps we're actually trained session leaders, so we could run sessions within North Lanarkshire, but we maybe run one or two a year. But obviously everything is online now, so it's very much geared up to running a session but running it online. But we had a couple of staff did the sessions, they really enjoyed it. There was also a lot of additional training and webinars available, and quite a lot of our staff went on them.
Oh yeah, we've been making a point of just making sure that our staff are aware of all the opportunities available through Scottish Book Trust to adapt their already amazing in-person Bookbug skills just to make them ready for the online environment. So we're keen to have as many staff as we can delivering both in-person and online sessions. But the skills you need for both are a little bit different. There's just so many tech things that you don't think about.
Yes, I know. You're sort of like, you're not free to just sing along, are you? You've got to be watching like your timing and how things look, and then holding a book up not just to a group but actually to the camera as well. So yeah, it's totally.
It was also like when you're in the library and you make a mistake, everyone kind of just laughs together. But when you do it online, your first instinct is to turn your phone off and start again. And then you've got to edit and blah, 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 blah. But just trying to run with it, as long as it's not a massive mistake, then
Exactly.
you just go with it.
I know. We've got to incorporate that whole, it doesn't matter if you make mistakes, it's just makes it look more realistic, doesn't it?
It'll be all right on the night kind of mentality.
Yeah. What would you say you feel like maybe the challenges have been?
For doing online sessions?
Or just the whole thing, just with Bookbug in general, like through the pandemic?
Oh, well, I mean, there've been so many. I mean, for me, one of my biggest challenges has been not seeing the reactions of babies and children, not getting to interact with families. Because that's a big thing that keeps you going. But, when you're in your house by yourself and you're singing into your phone, it's not the same as it is when you see all 20, 30 babies flying in the air when you lift your Bookbug doll and you can watch what they're doing as well. And having that interaction with children is just something that you get the real joy from when you're doing Bookbug. But Absolutely. It is lovely knowing that the families at home are getting so much out of it. And when parents come in to the library when we've been open and they do give you that feedback and they do say how nice it is to see your faces online, how they've been watching the videos as and when they can, that's good to know that we're kind of just offering a much more an accessible service, because some people can't make it into the library at the times that we offer it, which, is
No.
something that maybe we hadn't thought about before, because we do offer a lot of sessions on, most days in our
Yeah.
libraries at various times. So in our mind, well, for me anyway, I thought that was accessibility, but it's about recognizing that it's not just about how many sessions you offer and things. Sometimes people just can't come at all.
Yes. Yeah,
So
I'm sure
individuals
that actually this has been quite a good opportunity for people to take part in some things, that they probably wouldn't have been able to before. Things have changed for so many people. Maybe you could talk a wee bit about that, the new WebEx you're doing in conjunction with the Family Nurse Partnership.
Oh, right, yes. Well, one of the things that I've been offering during lockdown has been a WebEx Bookbug group for new parents online, because we very much thought that new parents who'd had a baby during the pandemic, they haven't had a chance to experience the joy of Bookbug in person. So we wanted to give those parents a chance to connect with Bookbug and also connect with each other. So WebEx is a bit like Zoom, Microsoft Teams. It gives parents and children a chance to see each other all online, and we have a closed group, and we offer this every Friday at 10 o'clock. And then afterwards, we do a typical Bookbug session, which lasts about half an hour. And then afterwards, we have a wee chat. And that's a great way for parents to get information from each other, to share their experiences. Like, should my baby be doing this at this age? Or where can I find out about local swimming classes? Or when do you think that the health visitor will bring out this or that? So that's something that Bookbug's so important for parents' well-being and things as well. It's just a great information sharing experience too. So that was something that we were keen to give new parents a chance for, because it must be such a difficult time, to have children. And it's especially, the Family Nurse Partnership works with young first-time mothers, so they might not have that network of friends who also have children, or know anyone that's been through it. And there's so much to learn the first time you have a baby. So that's something that we're kind of developing just now. They're working on some amazing ideas, and we're looking in the libraries how we can support them, again probably through the medium of offering a kind of a closed online Bookbug group, because some mothers actually don't feel comfortable coming into libraries, which is something, when you're passionate about libraries, you sometimes don't realize that some people might find the library a scary place.
We don't appreciate that.
Or just somewhere that maybe they just have never thought to come. So it can be a great kind of gateway into library services and what we offer. So that's something that we're hoping to get running soon.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think in terms of looking to the future, we have to appreciate, that we have to think about that. How do we get people who normally wouldn't come in to come in? If they have, been online and enjoyed the sessions that we've ran, will that transfer into the real world, and will they want to come in? It'd be lovely to have them all meet up, from online and come in and have a little mini Bookbug group. From the online session. That'd be so good, for them to all the babies to meet.
Yeah, and that's something that, the WebEx group that I'm offering just now, I have always said that, I'm happy to offer some in-person sessions. Once we start finishing up and they can come back in person, I will definitely offer like a wee party session to give them a chance to meet in person. I definitely think that, going forward, there will be ways that we'll have to have maybe more kind of personal approaches, like having smaller, more intimate groups, be more of a chance to socialise afterwards, like maybe share and play, that kind of thing. There'll be all these different ways that we'll do it, because I would imagine initially, at least, we'll have to have smaller groups. I mean, Bookbug sessions can be so popular. You can have 20, 30, 50 babies all at the same time, and that's maybe something that we can't offer initially. So it's about finding other ways to give that special experience.
Yeah, I mean, and as well, we've had so many people, even just this week with the libraries open, we've had so many people asking and emailing in when our Bookbug session's returning, and we will do it as soon as it's safe to do so, but it probably will be in a different format. And we will resume physical sessions as soon as it's safe, but we probably will still stay with the digital blend, because some people may be a bit wary of coming in,
And it's definitely just about recognising now that for Bookbug it will be more of a blended approach. because we found that the digital works well, but also we know that the physical sessions are loved by people. So it's definitely what we want to offer both. And it's about how we develop that going forward to meet the needs of everyone in North Lanarkshire.
Yeah, absolutely. It will be. I think it'll be quite interesting, quite exciting times that are starting to bring it in. To think of different ways to engage. Hopefully, if it's a nice summer, we can perhaps do some things outside. That'd be enjoyable.
Oh, that
That's
would
kind
be
of
lovely.
moving on to we can talk about what's happening this week in North Lanarkshire Libraries for Bookbug Week. Do you want to have a wee rundown of what we're doing?
Oh yes, well, we love Bookbug Week. We were last year during the pandemic. It should have been it was Bookbug's 10th birthday, and it was going to be a massive celebration all over Scotland. And we were all the libraries were looking forward to it. And obviously, for anyone that's had a lockdown birthday, it's been a little bit muted because you can't do all of the things that you want to do. But last year we still did some amazing things. We had a song countdown calendar. We had some competitions, some videos coming in. And it was great. This year, we're trying to offer more of a blended approach. As we've kind of come out of lockdown and we can do a little bit more. We have a number of competitions. We've collaborated with Little Door Books, a lovely, brilliant Scottish publisher who've had one of their books featured in the Scottish in the Primary One bag before, One Button Benny, and we love the book.
Which won the Scottish Picture Book of the Year award as well. Yeah,
it did. Yeah, and that's something that we always try and incorporate into projects that we do related to Bookbug. We always trying to expand on titles that have been in the bags just to keep that gift going because it's so important. So when I spoke earlier about Trail Tales, the Station Mouse was also a Bookbug Picture Book Prize winner.
Yes,
yeah. And that's something that we're keen to support. Scottish authors that are featured in the bags and Scottish publishers, which is what Little Door are. I'm going to play you a little video now from Alan Windrum from Little Door, and he'll tell you a little bit about what they're doing, and then I'll come back to you and I'll tell you a little bit more about what we're going to do for Bookbug Week.
Okay.
Zing, zang, zoom, Benny touched the moon. Zing, zang, zoom, his button goes boom. Zing, zang, zoom, Benny wears a vest. Zing, zang, zoom, Benny is the best. Hi everyone, I'm Alan Windrum, the author of the One Button Benny picture books, and I'm also the head of children's publisher Little Door Books. We were absolutely thrilled to be able to team up and work with Culture North Lanarkshire for their Bookbug Week events and specials. I was lucky enough to win the Bookbug Picture Book Prize in 2019 with my picture book One Button Benny. And I have nothing but high praise for all the work that Bookbug and all the voluntary teams around the country do. So thanks very much for inviting us to take part with you. And I hope you have a great time. See you again. Bye-bye.
Well, for Bookbug Week, when me and Gillian were brainstorming, and as we frequently do, we just throw out lots of weird and wonderful ideas about what we're going to do. And Gillian said, book brollies, which was a brilliant idea. So yeah, that's what we're doing, book brollies. We are filling brollies, umbrellas, with books from Little Door, and we are doing a competition with local nurseries. So we'll be delivering socially distanced, in the Bookbug costume, umbrellas full of books and activity sheets, and Bookbug finger puppets, and that will just be a lovely way to tie into the theme this year, which is Make a Splash. We're also doing a competition for parents to win Bookbug mini dolls, which are so popular. We've ran so many competitions, and these are our last 5, and they are like gold dust. I know, our last 5. So yeah, we're offering them out with a signed copy of the follow-up to One Button Benny. And we're looking forward to doing that. We're also going to launch our first online Gaelic Bookbug session during Bookbug Week. Yeah, and having a rhyme countdown calendar, which you've probably been enjoying over the last week or so. So yeah, Bookbug Week, we're so looking forward to it. We're going to have some colouring in sheets in our libraries for anyone coming in. We can't offer any in-person library activities, unfortunately, this year, but we will still be making sure that anyone that visits our library can also celebrate by having some things they can take home and do with their wee ones.
Fantastic. And one thing we haven't really mentioned as well is the Bookbug app. I forgot to mention the Bookbug app, and that's been really good this time round, actually, because it's a good way to promote Bookbug to parents, and it's like a nice little Bookbug toolkit for parents to have in their pocket,
Absolutely. I mean, we love the Bookbug app, and it's something that we always feature in presentations that we do to parents, telling them about all the Bookbug things that are available to them, which is something else that we've been offering when we do our Science of Bookbug, just to communicate the important learning and development aspects of Bookbug, because it isn't just singing and cuddling and having fun. There's so much learning that's going on, and so much benefit to a child's social and development social and emotional development, and it's
I know, and it's just so handy to have. It's just such a good little tool, easy to use. Once you've downloaded it, you can use it offline. I think it's really coming into its own now, actually, in this time where people can't get access to the library. So it's something good we can promote.
Absolutely. There's some amazing songs on there, and especially if you go into the website, it gives you a chance to get familiar with the songs, because some parents can get nervous if they don't know a song when they come in. So it means that when people come back into our libraries as well, they'll be familiar with the songs because they'll be playing the app at home with their babies.
Absolutely. Have you got a favourite song on the app? Maybe we could play a clip of your favourite song.
Oh, Gillian.
You don't have to tell us. Just play the clip if you want.
Okay, you play the clip.
Katy Beardy had a coo, black and white about the moo. Wasn't it that a dainty coo? Danced Katy Beardy. Diddly diddle diddle dum, diddly diddle diddle dum, diddly diddle diddle dum. Danced Katy Beardy. Katy Beardy had a hen, toddled butt and toddled ben. Wasn't it that a dainty hen? Danced Katy Beardy. Diddly diddle diddle dum, diddly diddle diddle dum, diddly diddle diddle dum. Danced Katy Beardy.
Wind the bobbin up, wind the bobbin up, pull, pull, clap, clap, clap. Wind it back again, wind it back again, pull, pull, clap, clap, clap. Point to the ceiling, point to the floor, point to the windows and point to the door. Clap your hands together, 1, 2, 3. Lay them gently on your knee.
Yeah, that was 2 short clips of some of our top songs from the Bookbug app. It's actually almost time for us to finish up now. It is Bookbug week. You'll be listening to this during Bookbug week. We've recorded it earlier, but probably while you're listening to this, we'll be out and about delivering our Bookbug brollies full of goodies for Bookbug's Big Splash. So you may see us out and about. You may see Bookbug in a costume in a early years playground near you this week.
If you don't see me, or if you don't see Gillian, but you see us individually, you'll know where the other one of us is.
Shh, we're not saying anything else. So, but listen, I think that was a good roundup of what we've done. Hopefully we can come back another time and keep our listeners up to date what we're doing as we transition back to a sort of more open library environment.
Absolutely, because Bookbug will always be a big part of what we do.
Yes, absolutely. Well, it's been good to sort of do this, actually. It's been good for us just to sit and do this and look back on how much we have done over the last year, because we've done a lot.
We have. We've been committed to just making sure that Bookbug is part of our library offering throughout the pandemic, both in person, in terms of making sure that nurseries can click and collect their Bookbug packs, and families as well coming into the library, and then offering sessions online.
Yeah. I think it's been really important they have that continuity, and that the kids do get that, because a lot in the early years it's built into their literacy development. So it's really important for them to keep getting these bags. Every child should get one every when they're entitled to it.
Absolutely.
So,
It's been really hard not being able to
I know.
deliver
I
them.
know.
But obviously, every service faces its challenges just now, and it is just everyone's got reduced capacity and things. So, Click and Collect has worked really well, and we have gotten thousands of bags out over the
Yeah,
last
we
year.
have. We've done well. We've done important work.
We have, we have.
Pat ourselves in the back.
And we will continue to do it.
Yeah. So I think really, as we say in the Bookbug sessions, it's almost time to say goodbye.
Oh,
And we
really?
should probably just say goodbye and sing our goodbye song. What do you think? Shall we
Oh,
do
I
it?
do. Yes,
Okay.
let's do it.
I'll tap a beat and we'll sing our goodbye. Thank you everyone for listening to us, and speak to you again soon. I'll just tap out. Okay.
Glad that you could come.
Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye, everyone. Glad that you could come. I, glad that you could come. I, glad that you could come. Goodbye, babies. Goodbye, children. Glad that you could come. Goodbye, babies. Goodbye.
So there you go, guys. I hope you have enjoyed our podcast this time. And don't forget, you can catch some Bookbug sessions for Bookbug Week on our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/librariesnl, and you'll find a whole playlist of all the videos that we've done over the last year on there. So there's lots and lots of rhymes, songs and stories to catch up on if you want to have a wee look at them. As ever, you can leave us some feedback on our podcast using the hashtag FLBpodcast, or by dropping us an email to librarypodcast@northland.gov.uk, and we will be back again soon with more episodes. We have reopened a lot of our libraries now, so do check out to see the latest information on our website as well about the library reopens, to find out when and where you can get access to some actual real books. But if you also like ebooks, you can still also get your books from BorrowBox as well as normal. But that's all for us for now, guys, and we'll see you again next time. Bye.